changes do you think you're going to have to make as a team in order to get this thing to a game 7?
We got to reset mentally, number one, first off. I think frustration, like they're doing exactly what we thought they'd do, checking hard, getting back above pucks, taking away time and space, and we seem to be getting frustrated, like we're not expecting it, and so, like, I don't know, so, like we're stressing puck support, like we have to get better support on the puck in all three zones, and you're going to have scrums you go into that you come up with the puck, some that you don't. D-zone coverage is the same thing, but right now they look like the quicker team. They're winning every race. They're coming out with pucks out of every scrum. We're not coming up with enough of them. So I felt like our support was slow today. Just getting our numbers to where they need to be around the puck in order to be able to play with it a little bit.
Do you think you can do that?
Well, we're going to have to reset. Today's is a good example of it. Like, it's game 5, a game you want to win. It's at home. You lose a heartbreaker in overtime the other day as you kind of chip away, which wasn't a great game for us. Like, I still feel like we haven't played anywhere near our best, and give them credit. Give Seattle credit. You have to give them a lot of credit. But at the end of the day, I just want to see our guys play to the best of their ability for one game and see what happens, and that's the sort of attitude that we have to have. We can't look at the series as a whole or where we're sitting. We have the opportunity to go in there and win one game, and if we fragment, it won't happen. You have to pull together as a group in order to be able to do that.
What was your view of the play leading up to Seattle's second goal where it looked like Nate got tripped, and was his kind of reaction just an example of that frustration boiling over a little bit?
Yeah, I think, no question, but I think, there's a couple plays there that he probably has the right to be frustrated with. You gotta keep playing, and then they get the extra man in the offensive zone, which they score on, and so beating us up the ice again in certain areas, which is giving them numbers to attack with.
Josh Manson wasn't on the bench by the end of the game. He said this morning that he still sort of feels like he's been getting back into his game since returning. Do you sort of know his status for Game 6, and is he still just dealing with that injury pretty much?
Yeah, it's a continuation from his other injury. Obviously, he's been dealing with it for quite some time now, on and off for the better part of the whole second half of the season. So obviously didn't feel good enough to continue playing. So status for Game 6, I have no idea. We'll have to find out tomorrow and on to the next day.
Coach, having played as well as you have this season on the road, how much confidence is there in that room that you guys can get this done?
Well, I think we'll get there. Yeah, I'm sure we're frustrated right now that we let an opportunity slip away at home. Again, wasn't anywhere near the game that we have to play in order to have success. It's not the game we played all year long, but we'll have to reset and get there. I don't think the road or home, I don't think that makes a difference for our group. Like, we've been a confident team on the road, but right now in this series, I'd say confidence is low, and we've got to find a way to get it back and build it back. Yeah, but it starts with our attitude going into the game and our mindset going into the game, and then we'll have to build our confidence back as the game goes on.
Jared and Mikko said not only do you guys need to reset, but you need to relax, but also acknowledge that's not necessarily easy to do. So I guess how do you make sure that they're relaxed and not, too tense because it's backs against the wall?
Well, nothing to lose now, right? You don't win, you go home. So you have to again, it's a mental thing. It's not just the team. It's like each individual has to get his mind in the right place in order to be able to play this game the right way. I felt like we were cautious first period, We learned last year with our group and a little bit this year, not as pronounced, but when we have to play to our identity in order to have success. And part of that is being confident, everyone wanting the puck, skating, making plays, using our skating and making it a factor in the game. And tonight we didn't do that. Like, we weren't assertive to start the game. So we don't get scored on in the first period, but it's 0-0, not enough going on for us on the offensive side of things to put them under any pressure in order to score goals to win the game. And then I felt like it kind of deteriorated after that. So we'll talk about it. Guys will have something to say. Staff will have something to say. Then you get a reset, get ready to go.
Jared, I know this has kind of been the trend all season, but 27 minutes for McKinnon, few minutes behind for JT and for Mikko. For you, does it get to a point where maybe too much ice time doesn't allow them to be as effective, or is this just kind of the hand you're dealt?
Well, that's the first, like I said the other day. I mean, McKinnon playing 23 and change is nothing. Does it all the time, right? It's not like we're running him to 27 minutes every night. This is a must. We classified this as a must-win game at home. So we were going to do whatever we had to do in order to get that done. And Mac played hard. He was effective. I mean, we needed him to be, Comes up with a big goal for us. Do we get to a point where he runs out of gas? Maybe. But we're facing elimination, so we got to play him 30. We'll do it.
I wanted to follow up on the lack of confidence. I mean, have you noticed a significant lack of confidence through the first 5 games?
No, but I've noticed frustration, But, to me, it's hard to, when I say lack of confidence, it just didn't look like we wanted the puck as badly as they did, And at times, we've run into this throughout games during the year. A guy comes to check us, gets within a certain distance from us, and we want to get rid of the puck and not ready to skate with it or willing to skate with it and let a play develop before we try and, make the play. We're too rushed. So sometimes that's just, not seeing it. Sometimes it's lack of confidence for a specific player. But tonight it kind of looked like the speed that they played with and our lack of speed and support kind of put our guys in some tough spots. So I felt like we were just still forcing plays, whether it was there or not, And when you're a confident player, you're ready to skate. And if a play's not there, you're looking and seeing what the next options are. And we didn't do a very good job finding the next option tonight. So, yeah. I mean, it happens at times during the year, but it certainly looked like it was a factor tonight. And not for everyone. But looked like we had some guys struggling, and some guys played as hard as they could and did a nice job. But we need everybody, obviously, especially when you're shorthanded.
I know this is a delicate question to answer, but is the issue not really the workload on McKinnon, but that you have to, right? You just don't have the depth you used to have, and to generate offense and give yourself the best chance to win, you have to shorten your bench.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. If guys are really going and on their game, then we don't necessarily have to shorten our bench, right? But we've got some guys that aren't getting a lot done, and you're playing tight games, and you're playing from behind, and you're going to go with your horses. Like, it didn't look like to me like Max struggled with the ice time tonight. He's feeling good, so that isn't necessarily the issue for me. It hasn't been at all.
Last one, Ben.
Do you feel like part of it, in terms of the frustrations, that Seattle's style with the hard forecheck and getting in the shooting lanes and doing everything they can to sort of make things frustrating, is it sort of perfectly designed to wear a team down over the course of a 7-game series more than just in an individual matchup in the season?
Yeah, they're playing. I mean, they're playing great. We've done a better job going into tonight. I haven't seen tonight's numbers, getting in and out of our zone, right? So for game 1, we didn't do a very good job on the breakout, didn't handle their pressure well. We got better in game 2, even better in game 3, and game 4's numbers were good, which kind of surprised me. We have had a couple of turnovers that have gone for goals against. We had another one tonight. So cleaning up that one mistake a game can be a big difference maker for you, right? But I mean, what do you expect? It's playoffs. We expect him not to block shots, not to get in shooting lanes, not to be committed, right? It's what you have to expect this time of the year. It's tough. It's supposed to be tough. That's why it's the most difficult trophy to win. It's why it's so rewarding when you win it.
Thanks, Jared.
Yep.